Hey guys, welcome back to the channel Pause Window Cleaning, and today I have a very exciting video that I want to share with you guys. A lot of you guys have been reaching out to me and talking to me about like what water fed system should I buy, what pole should I get, and like all these different questions, and like what do I need to buy to go with the system, right? Because you just don't get the system and you're good to go. You have to buy all these different things. So I found an awesome like residential system, like kit, I guess that's what it's called, that will really benefit you a lot. If you just buy this one thing, you pretty much are good to go day one, and that's kind of why I really want to suggest that this kit. And also too, I'm going to kind of break down why this kit is awesome. But one final point before we get into this kit. If you do buy a system through my link, I'll have the links to all this stuff in the description down below. If you do buy a system through me, I will be more than happy to help you guys out when it comes to troubleshooting, any questions you may have. Also too, I do have videos about like how to water fed and all that, so you can kind of have that at any time you want in your free time. But most importantly, if you buy a system, you know, I want to be there to help you out, to make sure that you are very successful when using it, and ultimately you have more work coming in because of that. And I guess another point too, if you do get a system, I would say charge more, because yeah, it's a very awesome thing to have, and your customers will like it very much. So anyways, let's get into it, and now let's go into the computer. Xero Pure. This is a three-stage filtration system, and essentially you have here the RO, we have here the DI, and the carbon filter. Now, this is great for any situation, hard water, soft water, you name it. This will take care of anything that is presented in front of you. This is great for solo operators, and pretty much this is just everything you need for like a water fed system for today, and also for many years in the future. I've had my system now for a couple years, and I haven't had any problems with it. So the system itself is really built very well, and yeah, you won't regret that purchase. But now you might see the price here. Oh, $1,700. I guess I'm done, right? Nope, you're not done. You still need to buy a pole, you still need to buy a brush and all this other stuff. So that's pretty much why I'm making this video, because you're spending, you know, your hard-earned money here, but yet I want to try to do my best to try to save you money, but also to like an all-in-one package. But before we get into the ultimate residential kit, we're going to go to this, the Xero Pure package. Now, this one, why am I bringing this up? Because here you will have your system here, and also you would have a pole, right? This is the M9. Now, the thing is that just to compare apples with the residential kit, we're going to just go with the Pro Basic. The system itself is $1,700, right? And then if you go here, it's going to be $2,348, so about $648 more. You're just getting a pole, and yet you're not done just yet. For me personally, I have the Micro Ultra, which goes higher in the price, but for the sake of this video, this is just the Pro Basic, and we just kind of want to show you the price difference from that. So now we're here, the ultimate residential kit, ultimate, which is kind of a really good title, because literally this is everything you need in a water-fed system kit, everything you need from day one, except for one thing. I'll kind of mention it later in the video what it is, but yeah, let's just break it down. So first things first, just the pole, the system, and this water-fed hosing is about like $3,000. So in reality, all this extra stuff, this extra trad pole, the brushes and everything, you're literally saving a lot of money. So just that alone is worth the $3,000. So all this extra stuff is probably why it's $34.81.97. If for this price, I still think it's worth it, but I'm trying to save you guys as much as possible, but yet just buying a one-time thing and you're good for a while, because essentially this is like good to go day one. But anyways, so let's get into it. So this is the system itself. Like we mentioned, we have the Pro 30, like we mentioned before. Now, these are the three brushes that it comes with, right? We have the nylon, we have the boar's hair, and the hybrid, which is nylon with the boar's hair. Now, keeping that in mind, I have a lot of hybrid and the nylon brushes. I actually have never used them. I think one time I used it to try out like for solar panel cleaning, and that's another thing too. You can do solar panel cleaning with this machine. and I guess I never really liked it. I don't know why I don't use it, but anyways, I just only use the boar's hair, yeah, it's been working great for me. But anyways, so what's great about this kit is that I love the over top rinse bar, and it comes with it. It's this right here. You have 2 screws here. You unscrew them, you put this over top rinse bar in, and then from there you kind of like screw this back on. But I would say that it's probably better to actually screw this on into here so that you have a swivel. Like for example, like let's say there's like a roof here and you're standing here and you're trying to get to like a window that's kind of like on the roof, and you have to kind of go like in an angle like that. That's pretty much what the swivel is. If you can imagine, this kind of goes left and right. So when you're in an angle that you're trying to catch a window, this will make the brush flushed with the window, and it is 100% makes your life easier, because most times the window's not always going to be on top of you or in front of you. So you need the swivel to get like those weird angles. So that's awesome. Now this right here, I would say it's another great add-on for like your brush, because this is great for like little ledges that, like for example, if like the window is here, right, and you're trying to like get from like the first floor to the second floor, there might be like the window might be like a little bit inside the ledge, so you might not be able to get to it. With this, you get that little extra couple of inches inside the ledge, so you can get the window with your brush. So that's a really cool thing. One thing before I forget, this has like that little clip. It actually goes in through here, so that kind of works out very well. This one doesn't have it, but I'm sure that they'll give you like a, you could just always replace it. If not, maybe they'll give you one too in the kit. But this one also has it too, so you can always swap with your brushes. Like for example, like I was saying before, I use this one for my windows, but let's say you want to just use this for a solar panel cleaning. You could just like push this little button, it comes off, put it here, and then you're good to go on that end. So that's pretty cool. Now this right here, this contact scrubber is awesome, because like let's say for example you're cleaning a window and there's like bird poop on it, and you're trying to take it off with your boar's hair, but yet it's not coming off. This will kind of give you that extra little strength on the window itself, especially like if it's on a second story window. You don't want to, how do I say, get on the ladder. You know, that's the whole purpose of this. You don't have to use a ladder to clean second story windows or third story or higher. But what I'm saying is that this will be great because you could just like, it installs here. And while you're using this, you know, you just need to flip it over, use this, flip it over, and you get back to that. So it's pretty cool. I like it a lot, and it's totally worth the package. Now, moving on. So we kind of took care of all this stuff here. Oh, and also the trad pole. This is awesome for like, let's say you want to do inside windows, like that's like second story, like kind of loft kind of style windows. This will be great to use it for the inside. Also too, fun fact, the trad pole also can be a water fed pole. So like I was telling you, this will go on top of the brush here. And you clamp it on, and like let's say you just want to like just do a one story and you don't want to have all this extra weight here, which is not a lot, but you just, you know, for the sake of argument of this video, and you just kind of want to have like a really light pole, then you would just put this into here and you have a super light pole. I've done that a couple times, and especially when it's like a huge house that's a one story, it's really nice to have just a trad pole just to clean the windows. But anyways, you can use it on the inside too, and just kind of just use this for inside windows, and then this one just for outside, if you kind of get my point. So anyways, so that's kind of taking care of all this upper and these two. Now this has a extra well, this is the carbon filter for your carbon filter here, and this comes with an extra resin filter. Now I have an extra one myself on my system. Mine never broke or anything like that. I would just say that this is just good to keep around. What I personally do is when I change my resin, I get enough resin fill for 2 fills. So this one has the exact same of this. So what I do is when I get a new resin, I fill this one up and this one up. And then after 6 months or so, when I need to get rid of this resin because it's not good anymore, I just put this one in, leave it empty, then take that one out, leave it empty, throw it away, whatever. And then when I get a new resin, I kind of just, you know, replace both of them at the same time. The life shelf of a resin is normally about 1 year. So that's why I would not suggest to get more than just a fill for just enough for a year. So anyways, and then with the carbon filter, once you take it out, it's not like you do with the resin. You actually just throw it away, the old one away, and then just put this one in and you're good to go. Now, the tool that I was saying that I don't ever use, just kind of making it super simple. This hosing goes inside your pole, and then because it's 30, this will be 40 feet. They give you like 10 feet of slack so that, you know, you can connect it to your system, and then you don't have to worry about not having enough tubing. Now, if you had, like, let's say 2 of these, you connect one here and then another one here, and then this pretty much just stops the flow of water. I think I have one. I have never even used it because there's a better product to use instead of this. But anyways, this is the one that I said that you don't need, but it's good to have just in case. Yeah, just for emergencies, I guess. So this guy right here will actually be, well, let me kind of just rewind a little bit. So this here is what you need to set up with this system. Now, the reason why this is awesome, I personally have one, not the exact model, but it's pretty much the same thing. It's great because when you set up your system, it sucks to, like, let's say you have a house, like let's say this is your house, right? That you're doing. This is like kind of like the whole outside of the house. If you put your system here, you don't want to like do some windows and then have it to disconnect your system and then put it here, do some windows, disconnect your system, put it here, you know, because you don't know where the spigots are at and everything like that. It becomes a hassle. So instead, with this hose line, you just connect this system to one spot. And this goes up to 150 feet. So like, for example, what I do sometimes is, like, let's say it's like a very long house. I'll keep cleaning all the way. And let's say the hose ends here, right? Like it's already 150 feet. I just undo everything kind of, and then start cleaning windows here, until I stopped on the last window that I did. So it's really awesome. You just pretty much set up, you do the whole house and all that good stuff, and pretty much this is like a lifesaver. And the best part is, after you're done, you just reel everything in, and man, it's 100% worth it. It's like $500, but yet it's worth every single penny. So then, now moving on, we already talked about the overtop rinse bar goes on your brush. Now this is really cool for trad work. So now this will go on top of here, I guess on top of your Pro 2 if you really wanted to. But this right here is with the cone. You can put your squeegee, your mop, and you can do like second story windows on the inside. Makes things a lot easier. Yeah, I mean, this is an awesome piece for your trad pull, and yeah, it makes your life so much easier. So now you might look at this and be like, what in the world is this? So essentially this right here is your on and off, which is kind of like replacing this, I guess. Essentially what you do is you have this and you leave about a couple of inches from the tip, cut it, and then you connect it here on the top, and then the rest of the tubing you put at the bottom, and essentially you put it inside your water fed pole. And essentially what it does is that it's an on and off valve. So like, for example, like let's say you're cleaning a window, and then like, let's say the client comes up to you and wants to talk to you for, you know, ask you a question or something. Literally all you do, because the hose kind of comes out through here, you pull it. You just pull it. I have it on my videos. You probably see me pulling. That's pretty much what I'm doing, is pulling it. And then this shuts off the water. There's like a little hook somewhere in here or some type of lock that when you pull, it stops the flow of water. And then when you want to resume, you just pull it again, like really hard. And then it starts to flow water again. And yeah, it's a great tool. It's $100, but I would say it's really worth it. I have had it since day one, and it hasn't broken on me, and I've been using it for like 2 years straight. So I've been very fortunate in that aspect of it. But yeah, so this is kind of it, guys. This is kind of like the video that I want to show you guys. I know a lot of you guys are kind of getting into water fed and you kind of are starting your business. Spring is right around the corner. This is, I'm not even joking, the perfect setup. If I can rewind and I had to start from scratch, this is kind of the system for you. That's kind of why I wanted to do a video and kind of explaining what is what, because you might just get everything and be like, what is this for? Is this even worth it? But again, besides this part right here, you know, this little metal thing, pretty much everything else you need to have. It's awesome. I would say that literally you're good to go for day one. And because you have an extra carbon filter, like I said before, the carbon filter is good for 1 month and it already comes in the system. So by having an additional one, you're good for 2 months. So literally you spend $3,000. I mean, if there's no sale, $3,481.97. I think that's kind of funny. That's 97 cents. But anyways, $3,481 with 97 cents. This is pretty much you're good to go for 2 months. And I would say that this is the perfect setup. Literally, it is what it says here, the ultimate residential kit. I highly recommend getting this if you're thinking about just getting an all-in-one thing. I will have all these products in the description down below. And now one thing, like I've said before, if you buy a system through my link, I will do everything that I can to make sure that you're taken care of. If you have any questions, you want to reach out to me, text me or whatever, call me. I will make sure that you're taken care of because, again, when I first started, I kind of had to do my own research, but I kind of want to help you guys out in that sense that once you buy this, you're pretty much good to go. Definitely raise your prices because now you have all this equipment and setup. And actually, it's funny, when I first got my X2, or this, I guess, Pure Max now it is, it was funny because when I got to my first job, my client was like, wow, that looks like a spaceship. So we kind of had a nice little laugh about it. But essentially, you know, your clients will see that this is like professional stuff, and with all this setup, especially when it's all cleaned up and everything looks nice, they're gonna see that you know, you're worth every penny. Again, if you don't know how to, you know, do like techniques of how to clean a window, I do have videos about that. But again, if you use my links, it'll help my wife and I. It'll help support the channel. This is a perfect system and everything for the year and years to come too in the future. But yeah, especially the spring cleaning that's coming up. Perfect setup, has everything there, and you guys should be good to go. So anyways, if you made it this far, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And really, if you have any questions, feel free to comment anything you want in the comment section down below. And we'll catch you on the next video. Bye.